Hello everyone, it's audible, right? Yeah, we are part of Open Labs team. I am Chandramoli, I am from India. I am student at KTH and my background is in vision design. Our team is called Kulturama. So let's go into the challenge what we are presented with by Kulturforvaltningen. Kulturforvaltningen is like cultural administration of Stockholm. So how can we ensure children's right to culture in the city of Stockholm is our challenge presented to us. And so culture is like a pretty ambiguous term. So here we define it as a professional culture. So the two goals which are presented by Kulturforvaltningen is give all children in Stockholm professional culture and support small cultural performance groups. So this is the goals that we are presented with. Next, for those things like coupon is the current system which is available to achieve those goals, but when we dig deeper into it, we found certain complications within and outside the system, and so we will discuss in detail what Kulan is and what are all the problems which we found out by our friends.
Hi, I'm Shreyas. I'm from New York. My background is as a product manager in the consulting services for banking and financial services. I'm going to tell you a little about Kulan, the existing platform that Kulturforvaltningen uses to bring culture to students. So Kulan essentially is an ambiguous entity. It's actually a system of various parts. We have a catalog, a request for booking system, a newsletter blog, and also a subsidy, which basically discounts cultural activities for students by 50 kroner for each visit. So right now I'm going to go a little into the subsidy. Essentially, through our findings, we saw that the subsidy, which is designated at 7 million kroner, this past year, is being primarily used by preschools and the younger grades. But after grade 3, as you see in the graph above, the actual use seems to taper off and basically becomes non-existent in the gymnasiate level. So the big question that we were looking at is, why is this the case? Why are teachers not utilizing the funds to take their kids to cultural activities in the later grades?
I'm going to let you do that because I'm not so techno. I'm Suna Sandman. My background, I'm from New York or the United States with a multicultural background, Swedish mother, Turkish father. But I have been working in psychology, sociology, and focusing a lot on human development and education. So I guess I'm a little bit representative of teachers that want to just engage and not work too much with technology. And what we found out is that the theaters told us that they had a series of 10 emails back and forth with teachers in order to help them navigate the Kulan system after they got teachers first interested in their particular program. And so this was a lot of wasted resources. Theater said that with the money that they paid for hiring people to do this extra outreach and support, they could offer the tickets for free. And plus, this was time and energy that the teachers just didn't have.
Hi, do you hear me?
Yes.
I'm Jonas, I'm from Belgium, and my background is in business and entrepreneurship. So when we looked at how the money flows, we saw that it's all coming from one entity, namely Stockholm Stad, and it's going to the theater groups. But in the middle, it's split up into schools and cultural administration. This was kind of a waste of resources because there is a lot of duplicated administrative work. So there's also a waste of taxpayers' money, in fact.
Do you hear me?
Yeah.
My name is Mona, and I'm from Stockholm, and I have a background in development studies and political science. And from our interviews then that we conducted, we talked with teachers, students, parents, theatre groups, and Stockholm City officials. We learned that there's not really a clear division of responsibilities among these different actors, and everyone's not really sure of what their actual responsibilities. And as Suna just mentioned, this has resulted in that tasks are being duplicated among the row. For example, we found that Kulan is the main central point and is supposed to be the responsible entity for informing schools about available shows and the subsidy. But when talking to theatre groups, we found that it's very rare for them to receive a booking from teachers that have found them just through Kulan. They actually need to reach out to schools themselves to inform teachers about their shows. But since Kulan is responsible for this, they don't give out the contact list to schools, to theatre groups. So all of the different theatre groups in Stockholm put a lot of work in making lists of schools and their contact information and contacting them. So this is something that we found that was replicated between different actors.
Yeah, thanks for the nice explanation. Now, looking into the process, we use the design thinking method for moving on to the final concept. So, this helped us to focus into a particular problem from a broad challenge that everyone is presented. So we ended up with the point of view from the empathize phase and empathize and define phase. The point of view is nothing but actionable problem statement that we are going to focus on and provide solutions for that. So our point of view is to provide support for teachers that teach teenagers to include cultural activities for their students through school. So the focus should be on, so we decided to have focus on facilitate planning, connecting different actors with students and the actors, creating an understanding for the importance of culture, which is essential, we ended up with thinking. Then, yeah.
Have some more? I think it's time to see a show, and I have a golden ticket.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So,
Can we see the show? All right.
we have a movie which is about the golden ticket, and it's the process of the golden ticket that we are going to see. Let's watch.
Time.
We have some technical issues, unfortunately.
You want to
Shall we go back?
restart?
Restart.
Yeah, no problem. Sorry for the inconvenience.
I never thought my life could be anything but catastrophe. Suddenly I begin to see a bit of good luck for me. 'Cause I got a golden ticket. I got a golden sprinkle in my eye. 'Cause I got a golden ticket. I got a golden sun up in the sky.
So, not sure if it came clear through the movie, but basically the golden ticket is specifically designed for 7th grade and up, and essentially it will be a fully subsidized ticket, so it's free. And so now with the subsidy, essentially the money is flowing straight from Culture for Rodney to the schools, to the performance group, to the actual youth of Stockholm, so it simplifies the whole flow of money.
So, as you might have seen in the movie, we also designed brochures for students, teachers, and theater groups. In the brochures for the teachers and students, there is the available performances, the content of these performances, and information on how to book the show. In the brochures for theater groups, there is information on the booking and billing procedure. You can ask us some more detailed information upstairs if you'd like to. And then personal contact is the key we find out of our interviews. So someone of the cultural administration is going to bring the box with the tickets, brochures, and posters to the schools. And in this way, there could be better collaboration between teachers and theater groups. And then the theater groups could make maybe shows that fit better into the curriculum of the teacher in the future.
Yes, and
It's not you did. No, I didn't know.
okay, so with the golden ticket, teachers can take the class all together as a group, as you saw in the movie, or decide to hand out the ticket to students and make it maybe compulsory to go as a homework, or maybe just as something extra if it's a teacher that normally brings his or her students to a lot of shows. And the payment process should be simplified, we thought, and preferably with a QR system code or code system. And because we want to digitalize the administrative tasks instead of the social interaction, which we find is kind of the situation right now. And we also have a game-changing idea about the loss of theater income for those no-shows that book but don't show up. But you can ask us about it upstairs.
Yeah, so in conclusion, we feel that the golden ticket is a solution to help bring those students from 7th grade on up who are, we have no record really that they're going to the shows, that to give them more opportunity to be there. And it also includes a democratic process where they get to choose, which is a mandate that's been neglected. And anyway, it sounds exciting for us, so come upstairs and see us and experience the golden ticket yourself as you become a student in our presentation upstairs. Okay.